All right. Well, I just finished watching a very, very interesting interview by IFL TV with Eddie Hearn, and they were talking about the Dillian White Derek Chisora fight and how that fight was going to be on Showtime instead of DAZN. And the interviewer asked, "Well, why is it on Showtime and not DAZN?" And Eddie Hearn said that DAZN has first right of refusal and last right of refusal for any UK pay-per-view fight. So obviously, the fights that are going to be broadcast in the UK, they're going to be on Sky if they're affiliated with Matchroom. But the UK broadcast of the fight can be open to other broadcasters and networks and providers to bid for the fight. So apparently, Showtime outbid DAZN for this Derek Chisora fight with Dillian White. So I got to thinking, and I'm saying to myself, that's very interesting because also Eddie Hearn said, well, they decided DAZN decided to pick up the Tony Bellew, Alexander Usyk fight, the Anthony Joshua, Alexander Povetkin fight. So they put up, a substantial amount of money or enough amount of money to get those fights. But I got to thinking because a lot of people are saying, oh, well, one of the roadblocks for Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder is, oh, well, Anthony Joshua is on DAZN now and Deontay Wilder's on Showtime. That's going to be a roadblock or a deterrent to make the fight. But now it seems as though that excuse goes out the window because if Showtime wants to broadcast it on Showtime pay-per-view in the US or on Showtime, regular Showtime in the US, whichever they choose, I would assume it would be pay-per-view because it's such a big fight. Well, now, they have that option to do so if they could put up more money than what the DAZN has to offer. So Anthony Joshua, according to this, does not have an exclusive deal with DAZN like many people thought. And even I was thinking possibly that could be the case, but now I know that it's not. So now that's one deterrent, one stumbling block that's taken out of the way. So now when this fight, or if this fight ever happens, during the negotiations, it's going to be interesting to see if Showtime will put up more money than DAZN or put up enough money to be able to take this fight and broadcast it on Showtime pay-per-view or regular Showtime. But I would assume, as I said, Showtime pay-per-view. So the ball would definitely be in their court. And, Eddie Hearn is about that money, supposedly, because he allowed this fight with Dillian White and Derek Chisora to be on Showtime instead of DAZN. So that's one problem or potential problem in the negotiations with Wilder Joshua that could be taken out of the equation. So I thought that was very interesting hearing that. I was sort of skeptical on Anthony Joshua's deal because we really didn't hear any details of it. But, we did hear Hearn say several times, well, DAZN has the two biggest stars in boxing. They have Anthony Joshua and they have Canelo Alvarez. But Canelo Alvarez, his deal was publicized. It was kind of broken down pretty much, 11 fights. If they're going to be, anyone wants to fight Canelo Alvarez, it has to be on DAZN. None of those things were ever said about Anthony Joshua. There was no figures disclosed. There was no amount of fights disclosed. So, Anthony Joshua, I think the only deal that he has is, in the UK. He's got sponsors and he's got, the deal with Sky. I don't know how much longer that is. I think you guys that are over in the UK can probably enlighten me on that. But as far as DAZN goes, that deal is not exclusive. If he wants to be broadcast in the United States on Showtime or whatever, they have the right to bid for the fight, and if they put up the right amount of cash, then they could broadcast the fight. Let me know what you guys think. This is very interesting. I'd like to hear your feedback on it. But Eddie Hearn revealed this today, and yeah, very interesting. All right, till next time, Beavis out. Talk to y'all soon. Peace. Have a great day.